Welcome everybody to Campaigns and Concoctions, where we are a bunch of rhapsodic rascals who like to drink and play TTRPGs.
Yay!
Woo! Thank you everyone so much for joining us on this adventure of cooperative storytelling. We are super appreciated. I don't know why I feel super thankful for y'all right now, but because of that, if you want to engage with us in a more interactive way, please click all the shit below. Point. And there you can engage with us on our Discord, our Instagram, stuff. Other stuff is coming. I know I'm promising it. I'm looking at you. I'm pointing at you. YouTube, if you're seeing it, it's coming. Stuff is coming. So please, as you are hanging out and everything, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Please share. Those are the big things. We are available on all the different podcast options, all of that stuff. So right now we've got a few shout outs to go. John, why don't you go first?
Yeah, so we've got this bottle of gin here from Denver Distillery. The reason that this bottle of gin is important is, there we go, is there's no lid on it. That's why I was like, Distiller Austin of Balmer Peak used to work at this place, and they wanted us to say hello to him and to send their love to him for them, along with making some cocktails with their gin. So during our break, I'll make at least one cocktail with their gin, and then yeah, that's it.
It's super good. You send love, and we get gin. Let's do that every day.
Big shout out to fellow traveler for beating Tabletop Tap at Malort Wars for year in a row. Go Joe.
Go Joe.
Wars.
I don't know if anyone wins that, but I'd also, it's kind of throwing it all the way around. I would also like to thank Balmer Peak. We actually, we put something out about they were making some 80s themed cocktails.
Yeah.
And so we threw it into their stories. They threw us into their stories. So
that's cool.
Austin, all the people, I know we all haven't met each other, but you guys, big friends of the pod. We really appreciate the things that you do. You make great stuff. So thank you so much for everything. With that all being said, what are we drinking?
Nate, I have the celery gin and tonic. Cucumber. It is 2 ounces of the cucumber lemon Empress, 1 ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of the rhubarb syrup that I made.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love it so much.
Over cubes,
really
and then topped with maybe an ounce of tonic. And tonight there are cucumber strips that were frozen in the glass beforehand.
So good.
I got a new name for it. Benedictine Cumber Patch. Cucumber Patch. No. I already put it in the Discord. It's done.
All right, what else are we drinking? Okay, I made a drink that I couldn't think of a good yuzu pun for yet, but
you do you and I do me.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So this is, it's the standard Campaigns and Concoctions equity parts build.
Citrus not included.
Citrus not included, right? Yep. I probably should have garnished this with a lemon peel. Fuck that. I'm lazy.
It's perfect as is.
Yeah, it's 2 ounces of Batavia Airrack, 1 ounce of the Yuzu Curacao that we have. I forget the name on that. And then,
Pierre Ferrand.
Yeah, and then 1 ounce of Liquor 43. And it's because it's Liquor 43, right?
It's all our favorite things in a glass. It's nice.
Yeah, no, I was like...
I've actually never had Liquor 43 because you guys started making stuff with it after I left.
Bring Curtis.
So I'll bring a bottle when I bring your chartreuse.
People talk about elderflower being the ketchup, the bartender's ketchup.
John, you're getting flowery again.
Well, hold on. Liquor 43 is the mayo of bartending. Use it in anything, it's going to make it stick together and be great.
Yeah.
So also, that reminds me, thank you, Curtis, for saying this. But hey, today, as we are recording, it's the 25th of August. You are going to be watching it on the 1st or 2nd of September. Come see us. If you happen to be on Colorado's Western Slope, or if you feel like traveling, come see us. Mesa County Comic-Con, September 20th through 21st. We will be available 4 to 6 p.m. I think it's 4 to 6 on Friday the 20th, and then 10 to 6 on Saturday. So come see us. We will have merch. We will have stuff. You'll be able to meet me, Curtis, Nate, and John all in person. And then you can send love to everyone else because they're going to be other places. Come see us. We really appreciate meeting you. I think it'd be super dope. So also click the links, people. All the stuff will be down below. Point.
Click.
All right.
We're drinking one other thing.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah,
right.
this is relevant.
We have the first round of mead. This is a Nomad Barkeep Campaigns and Concoctions collaboration. I made the mead. It's local wildflower honey. And then it's using Jared's lilac flowers from his backyard to cultivate wild lilac yeast. So it's my living room and fermentation, and then made from the lilacs that me and Jared harvested from his backyard. This is the dry version. This is unsweetened. It's my very first time making mead. It is very high ABV.
Yeah, it's boozy, guys. I'm sure we're all shocked.
Yeah. The other one that I have in the fridge out on the deck here, which I'm going to grab in just a moment to refill all of our glasses, is back sweetened with about 20%, 2 parts water, 1 part honey. So we'll try that one out as well and tell you how that tastes also. But this one's got the lilacs actually come through pretty well. And then that wildflower honey has like a good, like very floral kind of taste to it.
It was clearly terrible since he poured it before we sat down, and there are
It's
2
mostly
glasses
gone.
left.
Yeah, there's 2 glasses
It's
left.
mostly gone.
All
Yeah.
the rest of it's gone.
Not bad at all.
And that's
yummy.
mostly me being hungover and not wanting to.
Well, and also for everyone who is out there in internet land, we are recording in front of a live studio audience. So if you hear a more pleasant sounding laugh than all of us jokers, that's what it is. Thank you, live studio audience, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
So before we roll in, do we got anything else? Any alibis we got here?
What's the gravity on that mead?
I don't know yet. I
Yeah.
need to.
Called it. Called it.
I said 3 to 1, he doesn't know.
I just bought the fucking refractor. All right, it hasn't arrived yet.
Okay.
I love it, John.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Why do we can't? They were.
The last time
Sorry.
that we gathered,
Who cares?
the party was dealing with the repercussions of killing Delilah, and Skjald was dealing with some shit. In fact, really everyone was dealing with some shit. Elle and Sark were intrigued by some of these automatons that were similar in make to Sark. Everyone was slightly concerned with the mental state, but I think everyone was able to get up and get going. There was some concern about the safety because there was a large crack in tremor in the island, and then eventually the crew returned to the Shirlene, and under the great guidance of Captain Mackenzie, exited the portal over where the stone outcropping where they initially went in. And that is where we left off. So we will say
No, we did not rest. We
haven't rested
drank
yet.
heavily
Yes.
before leaving, continuing to drink as we're leaving.
But yeah,
So-
we don't really take naps.
No.
So Sark and Elle, take it away, because I think the rest of us are.
Would
Well, no, you're not.
drinking be considered a short rest for Skjald?
no.
No. It's a valid question.
Not the way to.
Wait. Y'all would think it's a short rest. Like,
Right. Exactly. That's why I'm asking. I didn't say, does Skjald think it's a short rest? Does it count as a short rest?
It does
Y'all
not count
y'all
as a
think
short
it's a
rest.
short rest, and he doesn't understand that his spell slots are back because he doesn't realize he does fucking magic.
Well, he doesn't think he has spell slots to get back.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
He's like, for some reason I can do this, and things show up half the time. You know?
So it is, if I'm recalling right, it is towards the evening. The sun is beginning to slowly kiss the western horizon. Some of you are probably on the beginning course of getting annihilated. So what are y'all doing?
Sark is gonna go ask Captain Mackenzie to plot a course back to the City of Culture.
Okay.
And does not ask anyone else. Just goes, we need to stop there.
I think Skjald is very reserved tonight. He's drinking pretty heavily, but he's not like telling stories like he normally would be. He's probably asking questions, like very pointed and like insightful questions of his comrades, but it's more so to get them to talk. Like he's listening, he's genuinely interested in everything they have to say, but he also knows exactly how to get people to do all of the talking so he doesn't have to.
Go ahead, man. Ask away. Please ask away.
So
This is
as,
more than the DM.
so you're a sea elf, yeah? Yeah?
Correct. Yeah.
And you grew up in Haven?
Yeah. That's where my people are from.
Yeah. What was it like grappling with the gravity of having, a history in which your people populated this place long before anyone else did, and then, the kind of imposement of other cultures and peoples upon your society and the land around you? Did that affect like the way that you related with people on land growing up?
Feeling a bit called in.
What? So, yeah, I don't know, right? I really don't know what you're talking about.
What he's saying is that like my family showed up and we're all best buds and everything's great.
I mean, that's what Haven's supposed to be,
Yeah.
right? Like that's my people were, persecuted and enslaved, and this is somewhere that we ended up generations ago that was a safe haven for us, right? That's what this place is. It's what Haven's about. It's what it's supposed to be. So, yeah, we try to keep that tradition alive because the Great Spider led us here, but a lot of people have been led here because this is the place that they need to be, because there's a lot of shit out there.
There is a lot of shit out there.
It's always been a place that, is open and is welcoming and right, like and we'll oppose that, right? It's if Gainsworth was going to really push into our waters, there would be pushback.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Patrice, do you feel like the Sea Elves have had like a major impact on the culture and kind of the way that things operate, especially down by the harbor? I would assume, right?
I would say for the most part they kind of keep to themselves a little bit. It's sort of like there's this quarter of town and there's that quarter of town. One being under the water, one being above the water. And I would say the major effect on my culture is culinarily. Like, dude, those guys can fucking cook. It's amazing.
Got to be a whole wealth of like culinary ingredients that you guys really just didn't have access to before.
No, who would have thought, man?
Right.
Like, seaweed is a fantastic source of iron.
You started this.
Pretty tasty too. Pretty tasty too. Yeah. Have you guys been able to adapt any land dweller recipes underwater?
I don't really cook.
That checks out.
I knew it was fucking coming.
Yeah,
right. I know what John's gonna ask me next. Ready for it.
So it just goes on like that. Skjald's just going to continue asking them like things about their lives, probably get into like, childhood shit and like get into like, are there any intersections of hobbies and, just like but continuously asking questions with the occasional commentary on it. But his commentary is like 1 sentence, 2 sentences long, because he's really hoping that nobody takes the conversation back over and starts asking him questions.
I'm disappointed, John. Of all the times that you and I have sit around, drank beer, this was an opportunity in D&D for you to ask Sid the questions that you have asked me about my military service.
Sid,
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Sark's gonna slide in next to Sid, watching.
Is Sid sitting there?
Sid has
Wow.
been passing
All
has been passing the flask
Oh,
around
okay.
since
I
the
was
beginning.
just
I don't
Sark
think
will-
Skjald would, though.
Yeah.
Skjald is
No,
trying to ask about very light, like what is to him very light stuff, right? Like things that he doesn't think are going to trigger himself. You know.
Hmm.
Just some mild depression.
Mm-hmm.
Sark would slide in next to Sid and kind of hold a whispered conversation because he'd be like, I've never seen Skald this focused in his interest in other people. Is he avoiding things?
Do I have to roll for this? Probably not.
Probably not.
I would say yes. Or let me rephrase. Skjald, how is this very deceptive that what you're trying to do, or is it just a natural reaction?
I think it's probably a pretty natural reaction. I think that he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it intentionally. But I don't think that he's like trying to pull any kind of subterfuge, because I think he knows that at this point, like in the night, pretty much all of his friends are going to just let him conduct this conversation however the fuck he wants, asking them all the questions that he wants, because most of them are waiting for him to just open up, and that's just not gonna fucking happen.
So go ahead and give me. We're gonna do some passive insight, so that's gonna be 10 plus your insight score.
Oh, okay. 18.
Damn.
I'm gonna say that yes, you're able to understand very easily, and I think this stems a little bit from your time as a senior leader in the Legion, in that you were able to kind of see a little bit of PTSD happening, a little bit of just, and you know that he's not actively doing this. This is just something that's coming up for it. So that would be how you could recognize it.
Sark, when you hate, when someone has destroyed something you love,
When a man hates a woman.
when a man hates a woman,
It wouldn't sound like that. It'd be more like, when a man hates a woman. That's the best metal voice I can do.
all right, it's so good, bro.
It's the advanced version.
Yeah.
Hornets and handcuffs.
When
That's right.
when something has hurt you so much and taking away something you love, it's just this natural reaction you have that you just disassociate and don't want to interact with it, because once you go down that hole of dealing with it or approaching it, there's a never-ending cycle of questions that don't have answers, and is what I did right or wrong? And ultimately, in the moment, you don't have a choice. You just act, and you question is that even human? Is that humanity? Is that a way of the correct way to deal with situations?
At least Skjald will remember being able to make the choice. Because you just described my life, but I don't know if I made a choice.
Maybe someday we'll unravel that mystery. Maybe someday you'll see the choices you've made. But that's a different that's a different psychological issue you're having. There are cases where someone is so traumatized that they forget everything and block it out, their memories. So maybe, but sometimes it slowly comes back to you. Sometimes you slowly remember it. Maybe that's an experience you'll have.
Well, maybe our friend Samir will have an answer. Well, a direction for us to pursue in that.
Let's hope so. I hope we can find resolution for you. Sorry. Or,
Yes. Sorry.
Yep.
I got it right.
You got it right.
Okay. Which independent.
Yeah.
No,
not
I know.
on purpose. Not on purpose.
When we get to City of Culture, I would like to have you and Patrice go with me to Tamir. I left him something to see what he could find.
All right, let's head that way.
Oh, that's where we're headed.
Oh, you already talked to Captain McKenzie?
Yeah, you guys like drinking too much. And then Sark gets up and walks away.
No, Skilled. None of the
Roll
wet
it, roll-
tattoos
can I have-
are game related.
Wait, would that be passive perception?
Sorry.
That's
I want to
That's
see if
really good.
Sark notices something as he leaves.
This is really good.
Wait, if Sark notices or if you notice?
If Sark notices something as he leaves.
Well, he has to ask that question, man.
Oh, you're watching him though.
No.
Okay.
There's something I'm not drinking anymore. So I want to see
Oh.
That would. So I mean, what is your passive perception there, Sark?
Insanely high. 19.
if okay. You would notice that I stopped drinking a while ago.
That's fine. You would get the sense that he's adding a bit of levity to escape.
That's fine. This was an interesting comment.
That
I
was
actually rolled for that to see if I survival checked myself.
the royal you, not the you specific, as
Yeah.
he jokes and leaves to go.
Correct. Cool.
Disappear until we land.
Who's Patrice and me?
El's gonna be in his lab room, whatever, dissecting.
Whatever robot you
Yeah.
disassembled.
Parts, trying to figure out, trying to relate it to the Sark, but he's gonna go up on deck at whatever the equivalent of like 2 a.m. is to see if Scout's still out there.
Are you?
Yeah.
Who's still with him?
I would say Patrice is trying to keep pace.
Is he nodding out?
He might be getting sleepy.
Yeah.
That's fair. Can I roll for sleepy?
Can I roll for
Hey, roll a sleepiness check.
Yeah.
Sleepy Constitution.
Yeah, you can roll a Constitution check for me.
Oh, he's good. He's good. He's
roll
awake.
for sleepy? I love it.
SO's also still there. SO's probably not trying to go drink for drink with Scout at this point, right? She can recognize what's happening there, but she also doesn't think Scout and Patrice should be left alone.
Probably
Yeah.
fair.
Oh no.
Sark and Sid, have you guys gone down for the evening?
By 2 a.m., yeah, Sark's down. That would probably be about the time Sark's settling in to do his 4 hours of tree rest.
Sid?
Sid is deep in thought, smoking her tobacco pipe until sleep finds her. And she but wanders off to get some shut-eye.
So, but you're probably not there at 2 a.m.
No.
So as this has continued, the three of you, Patrice, Esway, and Skjald, members of the crew have come in to take a drink with everyone. They are, in addition to the everlasting flask of rum, other bottles have been produced, various vintages of rum. It's all rum, right? Like, because but like it's all
But it's not-
kinds. Say again?
It's not gone.
Not God.
No, it is never gone. Thanks to Skjald.
The everlasting flag of Batavia era.
Right?
No, that's something I need in my life.
The everlasting flask of oh god, why am I drawing a blank on it? Kirk and Sweeney. Yes, man, I was drawing a hard blank there for a minute.
I think it's a rum neck kind of guy.
So Elle, you come out at 2 a.m. and that is what you see. You see
Drink that all night.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
the three of them, and the gunnery's mate. Oh, what is her name? I don't have my book here with me. It's over there.
Sergeant Boom Boom.
At this point, you may be calling her Sergeant Boom Boom.
Right?
Right.
Hey there, mate. Boom Boom. How are you?
Patrice is the only one who can get away with it, though, for some reason.
Hey, Ammo Annie.
That's right.
I think it is actually an A.
If Elle hears Patrice call her that, he's going to deliberately stop and walk to the other side of where everybody else is, to be as far away from whatever's going to happen next.
As Patrice starts calling her by a nickname, she comes up to you and she grabs you by the face and she just square on the lips, just like forcefully kisses you, pushes you away and right across the face and says, "Do not do that."
Kiss you or call you Boom Boom?
Boom boom.
Did she hit me again?
No, but she's a little.
Right there.
Right.
Oh, I think Patrice would say, "Yes, ma'am," and he would probably go back over towards SOA for protection.
Also, just so you know, this is Patrice getting away with it.
Yeah.
She probably would have murdered somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The kiss was meant to soften the blow, and did it, Patrice? Even though you have eyes only for Frankie.
Right.
He
Patrice
likes
walks-
Frankie.
that's
Patrice
what
is trying to think if that was his first kiss.
Fucking idiot.
Patrice is like, I think that was it. I think that are they all like that?
Frankie's kissed you.
Did Frankie kiss
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a very demure, soft, like gentle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did that.
You now have the other side of the spectrum going on, though.
Yeah.
Is Patrice a sub?
Yeah,
Obviously.
trying to find out some real interesting things about Patrice real quick.
Yeah.
Patrice is about to find out some
Some real interesting things about
Patrice has
Patrice
no
real quick.
idea where he is. I think there's a spectrum somewhere that I'm on. I don't know where I am.
You're on a couple of spectrums,
Yeah,
buddy.
there's a couple different perspectives of Patrice. Oh my god.
One of them is rainbow.
Yeah. The other one involves trains.
Two of them could.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They both could.
Some overlap here.
Yeah, there is some overlap.
How is Patrice wants to look over at Scald and see how Scald is doing. Is he leaning? Is he able to is he like ready to fall over? What's going on with him?
Skjald, give me a Constitution check with advantage because you have done this before.
Sure have.
Nice. Double nice.
Constitution.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, Morgan for gun crew. I have
Just a check
Delilah. Sorry, go ahead.
Save.
Check. Save.
Save.
24.
Yeah, you're fine.
Uh-huh.
What was that?
That's apparently something caught fire around here.
Oh, it was a siren. Okay, it come out more like a whistle.
hmm
Yeah, it did.
That's all I heard.
Sounded like a cartoon bomb.
Yeah, or like a coyote.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm gonna describe this a little bit, Skjald, but if feel free to correct me if at any point this doesn't go the way. What you're essentially seeing there, Patrice, is you picture Skjald laying there with his slightly angelic features, his slightly off-colored skin and the facial markings that mark him as an Asimir, leaning against the railing, hanging over. He's kind of got that flask and kind of like that loose hold, and it's like it's hanging over the ocean at 1,000 feet. So like you're worried, one, that he's going to drop his flask and then he'll follow it over. But then you actually get a solid look at him, and you see this contemplative look that is both deadly serious and soft at the same time, as he has reached this point of introspection, and he takes a gentle swig of the everlasting flask of rum, and that is what you're seeing.
And as Elle is standing, after he gets up there and is standing next to Scald, he's gonna take out his pipe and pull out from his bag a package of tobacco that nobody's seen yet. But it's very nicely packaged. It is the best tobacco that he could afford before they left for Haven.
Because now y'all rich.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice. It's not the nicest, but
It's still pretty nice,
Yeah.
yeah. It's probably on the nicer end of stuff that Skeld has smoked, at least.
yeah. And he's just gonna pack the pipe, light it, get it running, and then hand it to Scald and just nod at him. The same, basically that feeling of like, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. Skeld takes a couple of like long, thoughtful puffs, blows a couple of rings, hands the pipe back, pulls out one of his nicer cigars that he picked up after they got paid. Lights that up, takes a few puffs, and starts trading back and forth with Al between the pipe and the cigar. So they're getting nicotine high.
Yeah.
That's
And probably not really saying anything, just
Yeah.
passing it back and forth.
Skeld might comment on the tobacco and be like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
got like a nice nutty
A
flavor."
little bit of
you know?
quality.
Yeah. This is very smooth and pleasant. It feels, it kind of coats your mouth with that like soft oiliness that I like,
So as this goes on for about 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden you hit this kind of like a freak squall, just kind of comes out of nothing serious, but you hear the snap of thunder. And as you watch as the sky kind of brightens as a cloud to cloud lightning hits and the rain begins to pour. Most of the crew, except for those who are necessarily need to be above deck, begin to head back down under and just start doing things or going to sleep. So all that's really left is there's one person up in one of the crows in the forward crow's nest. There is one of the I think it's the second mate would be up there manning the wheel, and while the rest of the deck empties out. What are the six of you doing? Well, we already know what Skark's doing. He's down. Sid's down. So what are the four of you doing?
Yeah, Sid was empty, right?
Yeah.
Right. I feel like at this point I can kind of gauge that Skeld's good.
stable.
It's stable, right? So I think I'm probably more concerned with getting Patrice to bed.
I rolled
a drunk Patrice.
I rolled a
to bed.
27 on my
Did you?
Constitution.
Okay.
He's
Never
not
mind.
that drunk. Yeah.
He might be that drunk. He's not that.
Yeah.
Right. He's not that
sleepy.
sleepy. Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you probably shouldn't go to bed.
Oh no, I
Right.
definitely should have gone to bed a while ago. But if you asked him, he would go.
Patrice, I think it might be time for you to get some sleep.
Is that a proposition?
No.
Okay, because people are hitting me, kissing me, and I don't even know. Sleep sounds good.
All right. Let's go below deck, buddy.
Okay.
Is that a proposition?
Oh, that's getting made into a fucking deal for sure. That was top notch. I appreciate that.
That's right up there with you can certainly try and honor the cock
Yeah, that's right.
from D20. Yeah.
Was that a proposition?
And like as we're going, I'll like kind of like acknowledge right? Like, you know, do the you good? We're good mage hand thumbs ups at each
Yeah.
other. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because we have mage hand.
As
So-
hang on, as they're. Why'd you have to do lightning and thunder? As you guys are taking Patrice back to bed, Sid is going back up deck because she cannot sleep. She was either not asleep yet or was woken up by the thunder.
Dice.
It is pouring.
It's wet up there.
Is there like I know we got rooms.
Where would there be? Sid goes to the.
I forget who's bunked up with who.
The only
Is it
place
me
I
and
can think
Sid?
of that makes
I'm
sense
with
to go
Skull.
is to
Skull
go
in the
that Sid
captain's
would go
cabin.
to
We
the
have
orchard,
room
the
that nobody else enters.
citrus grove.
Okay.
I
Okay.
guess if it's raining, it's intolerable. Then Sid can't sleep, so she'd head towards the citrus grove.
Would we
Door 4?
run into Sid on her way there?
Yes. Because she would have to go above, and then go through a separate door to get down there.
You do pass.
Because she would have to pass through the gunnery section, and your guys' rooms do not have access to it.
Do you say anything?
No,
All right.
she would not.
I go and I put Patrice to bed.
Fifth door.
Patrice, I believe, is bunking with Skjald.
And then I'll head to me and Sid's room. And what time is it at this point?
About 2:30 a.m.
Fuck it, I'm in
God, I'm
trance.
So
tired.
late.
Yeah, well, I'll let the rest of you not take long rest. I'm trancing.
Okay.
That's when Sark went down.
See you tomorrow. You bakey, achy, wakey, bakey.
This is a mage hand, by the way. Just in
You have
case.
such strong
She
mage
drink a
hands.
lot.
Would Sid be able to hear the thunder in the citrus grove?
No.
Interesting. Sid falls asleep in the citrus grove.
Okay.
Nice. Interesting.
I was really
Are you
conflicted,
staying
but I
up all
was
day?
gonna come looking for you.
You want to explore some shit?
Weird.
If Skull doesn't turn around and head towards a door below decks, I was gonna take out like a little piece of metal and just put it over the top of the pipe so it's not raining into his pipe and he can keep smoking.
Oh, Skeld is casting prestidigitation every 6 seconds on alternating on each of us. So even when the tobacco gets wet, it prestidigitations the wetness off of it, and it continues to smoke.
I love it.
I'm like, you want to put these out and go downstairs and like look in some of those weird rooms?
I'm down.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Skeld just pitches he takes one big long drag, kind of holds it out.
I'll take as big a drag as you can.
Skeld takes one more big drag and just pitches it off the side of the boat and heads down towards the weird rooms.
Okay. So where you're going to, I'm gonna, because this could be an adventure, and I think it's a good. We'll save it for another day when you have warned me. There's a lot there that I'm gonna have to be. Since the move, I'm gonna have to find some of my other notebooks. So
We can say that we wander into the Citrus Grove room if you want.
well, you will eventually,
Yeah.
but 9 out of 10 doors, like, and it's that weird space, like, so when you get down from you have the gun deck, which is also preternaturally large. It doesn't fit, and you guys have seen the skeletons when you're firing, but as you go down to that next room, and almost every door is locked, and as you try it, there is a thing that pops up on the door, and it's almost like a hologram, and it says, due to insufficient preparation, this room is unsafe for all living creatures.
The fuck do you think that means?
Feel like if we go in there, we won't be anymore.
Yeah,
There was
I think
one door that says, this room cannot be opened except by the hand of Prosper and Richter's daughter.
Okay, so here's the question. Let's say Prosperin dies. You and I cut off her
I was
hand.
thinking it.
Do you think it'll open?
Depends on how the spell's built. Good.
All right, well, keep that in mind. We both live a long time.
Yeah.
So finally, you see the rest of the rooms that do open are fairly simple. It looks like they are There's this real quick. You open the door, and it goes from being this empty room to being a very plush, furnished, like guest bedroom for someone who's staying. But it seems that like it's just kind of it's almost. I refuse to use her language because I hate her. So it's a room that meets your needs.
There you go.
I refuse to use that bitch's language. I refuse. But eventually you find the door that leads you to the orchard.
Could we call it Perpendicular Boulevard?
Wrong place.
No.
Thanks.
Anyways,
So you guys are now in the orchard. Sid, do you snore?
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, she's old enough, probably. Let's just say
Especially
yes.
if you're not like propped how you normally are.
Most likely.
What are you guys' passive perception?
No strip starting thing, so most likely.
Mine's like 15 or so.
Yours is good because you got that sailor proficiency.
Our next side quest is getting a CPAC for Sid.
What was it?
Passive perception.
Oh.
Yeah, mine's 15.
11.
So Sid here, not Sid, sorry, Sark hears Sid snoring. Skjald, god damn it. Skjald hears Sid's
Stark
snoring.
probably hears it too, even as far away as it is.
Right. I'll probably walk around a bit, just like walking and looking for a horizon, essentially, for probably about 15 to 30 minutes.
So this space does have defined ends.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, and it's
What do
not
those look like?
wooden walls.
Interesting.
It's hold on. It's very unique, right? Because if you look above, you see sky.
Right.
You see a natural sky, and then as you get to the end, you find wooden ship walls. Yet at the same time, you have walked significantly more than the size of the ship to find these edges.
Where do the top of the walls end?
They kind of fade into sky.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Al, come here. I'm gonna give you a boost.
They're high enough that the two of you could not reach on a boost.
I'm still gonna try. I've been drinking. I'm not stumbling drunk, but I'm definitely drunk.
After that, I was gonna
Toss it
look
a
over
no.
at him
Yeah.
and just go, "Wait, how much do you weigh?"
I don't know the translation of stones, but I think probably like 10 stone-ish. I think, if I'm remembering that calculation, 180 pounds.
Mechanics question, not
Yeah, I know.
flavor question.
I know,
Well,
but he wouldn't say pounds. He would
Yeah.
measure it in
Yeah,
stone.
but the question isn't really how much does Skjald weigh. The question is, can catapult target Skjald?
Right.
I think it's
No.
So it's more than 10 stones. I believe it is
14?
14 stone.
Gotcha.
14 is pounds per stone.
What is the?
It's 12. It's just under 13 stone.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Google.
So he'd probably just be like 13 stone.
And I'll just go, "Oh, that won't work."
What
Skjald walks over, there's oranges, right?
Yep.
He grabs an orange and he's like, try this out. Hands him an orange.
So I was gonna cut it open and start eating.
Skjald watches this, grabs an orange, cuts it open, and starts eating.
Okay, so what we'll say is what happens is that you two just kind of walk around eating the different citrus until the point where you kind of find Sid again.
Yep, and then I'm gonna lay down and lean against the tree, kind of near Sid, and fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna go back to his room and go to bed at that
All
point.
right. So perfect. As that happens, that's where we're going to take our break.
Yay!
And we will be back in just a few moments.
Amazing.
everybody where if we actually recorded everything that we said off camera, we'd be canceled. We'd be canceled.
That or famous. That or
Or
famous. One or the other.
We
Famous for
would
being
definitely be
canceled.
infamous.
Famous for the wrong reasons.
Mhm.
But decent chance some of us would be arrested.
Yeah.
Or
I
at
think
least
we'd all
on
be
a watch
arrested.
list.
Some of us
Yeah.
might still be in jail.
That's valid.
All right, y'all. I will start us off with what we're drinking. I am calling this the Mackenzie's Folly because I believe that Captain Mackenzie would absolutely love this drink. It is 2 ounces of Highland Craft Distillery from here in Grand Junction. Their barrel-aged gin. It is absolutely wonderful. An ounce of Groove Street orange liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, 2 dashes of Fee Brothers Aztec chocolate bitters, 2 dashes of Fee Brothers Blackwood maple bitters. Shake the absolute living shit out of it, and then single strain into, should be a coupe, but as we have established many times over the last couple of weeks, I do not have coupes right now, so it is delicious.
There you go.
As they said in The Incredibles, no coops.
Right. I'm calling this guy the Burger Build.
Burger Build. Burger Build's good.
Yeah. So it's going to be the Denver Distillery gin, which is absolutely delightful. And then I used bartender's ketchup, mayo, and mustard. So it's 1.5 ounces of the Denver dry gin, 1/2 ounce of Liquor 43, 1/4 ounce of Aperol, 1/4 ounce of Saint Germain. And then I did a couple dashes of Peychaud's bitters and about 1/8 of an ounce of Nate's chocolate bitters.
I feel like using something homemade is cheating in this drink.
It is what it is.
So
We use
it's
mole
not
bitters in a
Stewart
lot of
lady.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Chocolate bitters in a lot of things.
Yeah. So yeah, just, give it a gentle but firm shake. Single strain into a coupe or other such receptacle, and then it's delicious.
Nate's chocolate bitters is the bacon jam on the burger is what it is. It's the
Yeah,
over the
There you
top.
go. It's the bacon. Yeah.
The one,
This
the
is what-
one
this is
thing
what-
that you're saying at the
This is
restaurant
what's
has.
making it an artisanal burger.
Right. Maybe it costs an extra $5.
And then we're also drinking the back sweetened version of the mead. So
And by drinking, I mean
That
the
shit's
bottle.
gone.
yeah.
Yeah, meat is
Grand Slam walk off.
It's very tasty.
Just a heads up, there is a possibility that some of you may somehow be able to get your hands on numbered bottles of this in the not too distant future. The dry version was good, but it very much tastes like dry wine. The back sweetened version tastes like a proper mead, and it's pretty damn good. It's got some good floral notes to it, while being, having that like good rich honey sweetness. But yeah, keep an eye out for ways that you could get your hands on a bottle of Nomad Barkeep Campaigns and Concoctions first collaboration mead.
I'm just not gonna move with your names tonight. I don't know. I guess it's a little in your face. It's a little in your face.
Yeah.
So it is a 3-rum cocktail. So we did OTFD. That was a 1/2 ounce of that. 1 ounce of Batavia Ararat. 1/2 ounce of the Nogafoga
Cachaça.
Cachaça. Did 1 ounce of Montenegro and 1 ounce of Aperol.
Plank
And
smash?
then it was Plank Smash is nice. I
That's
like
a great
that.
name.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then Curtis and I
Got
felt like
enough
it
rum in
needed
it.
something, so I did a Shinar float on top, which worked out really nice. I think honestly you could
It
just
really brought the
do-
drink together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be able to just do it with Shinar instead of the Monty.
Or do a
Future,
split on
or
it and
split
shake it.
those,
You
yeah.
know?
But yeah, the Shinar definitely.
I definitely
has a lot
taste
of
the
it.
Monty in there, but the Jannar, like, it
The Shinar brought the drink
steps
together.
it up. Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
I wonder if the Italians know how much we drink their aperitifs, like not as aperitifs. Like, they know. Like, I was thinking about this on the way over.
It drives them crazy.
Then we're like, we're just
They
gonna
hate
take
it.
this thing that you guys do drink a little bit of it, and we're just gonna throw 18 things on it and ruin it.
Okay.
Yes.
So before we get too crazy, guys, the lack of fluidity lasted all of about an hour.
Better than I expected.
Honestly, I'm shocked.
We weren't being florid, we were being lurid.
Fair. Oh, I guess I have to be extra specific in our pre-production meetings.
No, you just need to remind us right before the numbers count down.
That's right. That's right.
Wow, there's too much. I'm sorry.
All right. So at this point, the 6 of you have gotten. I'd say that everyone has gotten at least 6 hours of sleep, so that technically meets the mandate for a long rest. If we're being super technically correct, which is the best kind of correct to be.
It is the best kind of correct.
So you all have a long rest, and that will matter here at the end of the session. As those of you who are not in the orchard awake, you hear the rustle and bustle of the crew above deck. It appears, those of you who do go up deck to see what is happening, that you have reached the City of Culture and are making your way down for splashdown to dock at the City of Culture. The 3 of you, or the 2 of you that are in the orchard, wake fairly quickly within quick succession of each other. As just irrationally, a sun pops in the sky.
What?
You guys are seeing a sunrise. So to make it weirder, as you guys leave to go up above decks, it does not match the timing of the real world sun. You don't have to be so quick, but in the background there, live audience member. We may have somewhat of a professional appearance, but we are fucking not professional.
Not even a little bit.
Do we have a professional appearance?
If we do, it's in spite of ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the professional appearance is really of the quality of the equipment, not of our actual skill or shit.
Alternate example.
I mean, we do
Morgan,
have,
you're pretty professional.
we do have drapes and curtains now.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You've earned it.
I mean, it does look pretty.
Jared always has a clean shirt.
Below,
Yeah, every time.
comment below what you guys think of my new studio. So I would appreciate any positive comments that you guys have. Comments.
The comments.
I unintentionally pulled out my own little Brindley mulligan there.
There's no unintentional pulling out.
I beg your
Curtains is on.
Hey yo.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
What?
That's why I may have a potential 22-year-old kid in San Antonio. Okay.
That is the nat one of the night.
You need a no. Okay.
Good choice. Smart choice.
Yeah, it's wise.
All right. So at this point, I think everyone probably, but except for L, has made it their way up to the main deck. And for, like I said, for the 2 of you who spent the evening in the orchard, it's a little discombobulating as you walk up, and the sun position does not match what you saw below. So the sun was barely beginning to rise as you left the orchard, but here it's solidly 8 a.m. Right, the sun has been up for a couple of hours. So
2
the
hours.
ship,
I walk up the stairs. Sid.
No, that orchard is. What the?
It's weird, right? It's pretty fucking weird. Okay.
Sid is rubbing her eyes. What? This is too bright now.
How do we feel rest-wise?
you actually, both of you feel 100% rested, which is shocking to you, Scald, as there is no hangover.
Yeah, I rolled a dirty 20 on.
No, you didn't need to roll.
I rolled my own Constitution save just now for Patrice, and he's a young man. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, he's a young man. He bounced right back. He's awake. He's sitting breakfast
Chipper.
waiting on these guys. He's gonna grab him a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh yeah.
So Skull, to give you an idea, it wouldn't have mattered if you had rolled a natural 1 on that.
Yeah.
This is an unnatural level of replenishment for the amount of sleep, the amount of booze. Like even your least hungover after you've drank that much did not feel this good.
Yeah.
Like you might have as well been drinking water all night, which Skull doesn't drink water.
No, he doesn't.
So-
Why would you?
Somebody hooked you up to an IV while you were sleeping and then pulled it out while you were gone.
Yeah.
Huh, that's weird.
Right. Scout only drinks water if it's got algae and rum in it.
Fair. So at this point, the ship is down. They are coasting up to the tied together ships and houseboats and walkways of Iskarian, the city of culture. As the crew latches on, what are you guys doing?
Sark would have approached Patrice when he was sitting down for breakfast, since basically nobody else would have been there.
I think that's the way would have.
You would have been there?
Yeah, because elf. So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
4 hours. Patrice. Yeah, Sark would still go up and be like, so, Patrice, you seem decently well with the Divine. Do you want to tag along and go back to... Let me rephrase that. I would appreciate if you tagged along with me and Sid to go see Tamir again. And then would look at SOA. Can you distract the other two?
Sure. Yeah. That sounds fun.
Much appreciated.
I'd be honored. Do you have any goals in mind?
I'm hoping he has information for something I left with him.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, let's I mean I think we could figure out pretty quick. I don't know how long it would take to get. Are we ready to go now? You ready to go, or we just need Sid?
We just need Sid.
Okay.
And
Someone Sid.
based on his conversation, we wouldn't have been docked yet when that conversation would be happening.
Oh, okay. But we're having breakfast and when Sid gets up.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Let's do it.
And though, as soon as we get docked, Stark would be trying to get Patrice and Sid gone. Mostly, he doesn't want Skald tagging along. El will understand that Sark's probably doing things on his own, and we'll talk to him later.
El's also probably not awake yet when you leave.
Right.
Yeah.
El's still
Sark's
asleep.
not waking El up this time, so he's pretty sure he's sleeping till 2.
2 to 2.
So, SOA, what are you going to do to... So Sid and Skjald come up together.
Yeah.
What are you doing to distract Skjald from this thing? Roll a history check real quick though before you start that. I'm gonna give you some stuff.
Not bad.
13.
So you remember that there was a really good restaurant that y'all had breakfast at. There was a tattoo shop, and there was a lot left unexplored.
Yeah. You want to go get something to eat that's not on the ship?
Yeah.
I saw a tattoo shop.
Both of those are brilliant ideas. Yes.
Seems like
Skjald, Sid, and
Patrice.
Patrice got tattoos there last time.
oh right,
Yep.
right. And like, do you need another tattoo?
Oh, yeah. What did my
after this?
tattoo do for me again?
You got extra dexterity, so now you're at 22
That's right.
dexterity.
I can cast a spell.
Yeah, if you guys don't write it down, I'm not going to remind you.
I did increase it to 22.
So,
I remember wondering when we were in that fight why I had 22 dexterity. I was like, that seems wrong, but okay, I'll just roll with it.
Literally.
Yeah, literally roll with it. Yeah. Yeah, let's go get more tattoos. I'm down.
Let's go get
cool. So we'll get to. So actually, before you guys go, I'm gonna need SOA. I'm gonna have you make 2 rolls, and this is gonna cover the entirety of the day. I need you to roll a deception check and a performance check.
Nice.
All right, green performance.
I'm prepping for one just in case.
No, it's not that quite that bad. God, I did not roll
Because
well.
because I play with Matt's partner, I always have a bottle for shots because she likes to do shots at D&D.
15 on the deception. That's pretty good. 9 on the performance.
Okay.
Yes,
She's not like the most performing of bards.
I know.
Do I need to roll against that?
Nope.
Okay.
This is purely just how well the day goes for him, or for her, I should say. So I will get to that in a minute. Okay.
I'm also going to grab Elle before we leave to bring him along to eat and get tattoos.
Perfect. So as Skjald goes downstairs, Sark, you're going to kind of look at SOA and give him the whatever it would be of a thank you. We're good. Sid, Patrice, and Sark head down. Sark, in your kind of mechanicalness, easily remembers the path to Tamir Alkanon's barge. As you walk through, everyone make a perception check for me, please. Passive works on this one, so whichever's higher.
Just for
That's a 3 for Patrice.
What's your passive?
My passive is 11.
That's what you get.
Got a 19 because that's my passive.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20 for Sid.
Okay. Someone was saying something though before that.
Jared was.
Dirty 20.
No, but like before everyone started giving me scores, someone said something.
I was asking if right, it was just people who were going to marriage, right?
Yeah.
Just a.
Perfect.
As you walk through the door of Tamir's place, you feel. So, as all of you have multiple times gone through some sort of extra dimensional portal, you feel something similar, but not the same. It's similar in that you have to physically pass through it, but the effects that it has on your body is not the same. It doesn't feel like you're actually going into a separate space, into a separate dimension. Something is going on within this space. And there's no signs, there's nothing that's saying, please don't come in. But for some reason, something's going on. As you walk in, everything is much darker than before. All of the lights are redder. The scent of incense and wine is exceedingly strong.
He's a morning drinker.
Hell yeah.
Perhaps not. As you make your way towards the beats, that at first threw you all off as you thought it was some sort of trickster's ruse as you walked in the first time, that this guy's going to be full of shit. You all now know the difference. Tamir's assistant pops through.
Oh, what?
And his...
before?
You did. I just can't remember his description. So he's the one that brought you the information, or brought Tamir along with you to give you guys the map and the description and everything. And he comes out, and as soon as he exits, his arms kind of corral you, and he gently guides you three to a set of chairs. And as the three of you kind of unintentionally sit down into these chairs, he says, whoa, I can't let you in there. Not because Tamir would not be delighted to see you. He would, totally. But you're going to have to wait maybe about 15, 20 minutes. Tamir is at the back end of a 72-hour casting. So he is literally almost done. And I don't think that you want to face the consequences of disturbing him and fucking up his casting. If you guys remember the power that you felt the first time you guys interacted with him.
Did the timing coincide with when we left?
No.
No.
So for Sark, before I actually give you the reason why, go ahead and roll a history. No, just roll a D100. I don't know. There's not a skill for asking someone the fucking date. But I want you, go ahead.
44.
Yeah. So at this point, you guys would have realized that you spent So the time that elapsed outside of the island dimension was longer than you guys were in it. So it was about you guys were there for about a day. You guys were gone for a week, so 8 days.
Oh.
And remember, the day of Libroth is 26 hours. Yeah, all the weird calendar shit there. 8 days in a week, 26 hours a day. Which, thank you, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, for giving me that idea. Fucking Captain Sisko, the best.
That was the first thing that I thought when you told me about the hours too. I was like, oh, it's like on Deep Space Nine. Not that I remembered the actual number, but I was remembering that they had like that was like one of the first things they had to deal with was like they have like a 28-hour day or something.
So as the three of you are directed to the chairs and you've been told this, actually all three of you please roll an Arcana check because you guys have either had experiences or magic enough. What did you roll?
Motherfucker drink.
Motherfucker drink.
Is it a
Motherfucker
good
drink.
one
It's
or
a
a
happy
bad
one.
one?
Well, it's happy.
Someone rolls in that
Cheers.
one. I think I'm doing more.
That's right.
Oh.
We just start
I gotta
rolling.
try
Yeah,
roll.
yeah. I was gonna roll for no reason.
Legitimate roll.
Just gonna roll all the
ready.
20s out of my
I'm ready.
dice until I get
I'm
one.
ready.
You can spray it.
On Arcana,
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I think it might be a flat 20. That's not
Your
true.
nat
I think-
20
I
gets
don't
you to
think
a
that's
20.
true.
What did I roll?
Was it
Yes.
like natural
Yes, it is.
20?
It is a flat
intelligent
20.
or wise, yeah.
I got an 18.
A natural 20 for an 18?
No.
No.
A natural 20 was a 20.
The natural 20 is a flat 20.
No,
Okay.
No
Yeah.
bonuses.
Sark rolled a
Sark
17 and
and
has
got
an
an
18,
18,
for
yeah.
total.
Okay.
And Sid's at a 13.
So Sid, you can feel the magic. That's about all you can get. The rest of you, as you kind of deeply inhale, because I mean, the implied threat there for the three of you is as scary as the first time you realized the power that both Prosperin and the Lord Richter have. Like this is that level of threat, because from the interaction that you have, Tamir Al-Kanan probably has it pretty close to that level of power. As you breathe in, you smell the metallic tinge of, actually, before this is for Sark, this isn't for Patrice. You smell this metallic tinge, and what it is there's something that's different, that's some type of magic that you recall it a little bit, but you're not fully sure that you understand what it means. And this is just because you're not a magic user or anything, but you've been between your experience with the watching and falling back in time and seeing all these things with your long lost Warforged brothers and all this stuff. You're getting this sense. Patrice, I don't remember how is it that you experience magic? Is it sense? Is it, which of the five senses is it?
I think Patrice mostly it's a feel.
Okay.
He does a lot of somatic components and he touches himself a lot. Yep. I said it on purpose that way.
Sure.
Yeah. Young
Sure.
man. We already discussed this. He's a young man.
A virile young man
So, what you feel
with a solid pull-out.
as you take a very deep breath in, you feel the warmth of abjuration magic.
Okay.
You feel also the chill of necromantic magic. And then you also feel that kind of dissociation of transmutation. Like where you feel like your body's almost not part of you. You've never actually felt this kind of combination before, any kind of combination before. Usually everything is very distinctive.
Yeah.
You almost feel like you have cast detect magic in this space. It's not as precise or as anything like that, but like you actually have a sense of the schools of magic that are being used in the other room. as it bleeds through into the space that you're in. And you get the sense of the level of magic that is being cast next door. As the three of you kind of just converse and talk and just, you don't really understand what time it is, the assistant kind of, you hear the clanking of those wooden beads as he steps through and says, Tamir is delighted that the three of you are here. Just be forewarned that he is tired. So please be a little bit gracious with his time. And as the three of you go through the beads, you see the same setup. The table, the glass orb, the carving on the ground, the sigil. Except for this time, there is almost a musk of metallic scents, warmth, as well as such an intense scent of incense and wine. And as you look around, you notice that around Tamir is about 12 bottles of wine empty.
What are we casting?
You also see that there are...
Scald is a magic user. He just doesn't know it.
You also see the remnants of a few meals, like seaweed and rice, some bones of fish that have been strewn about. It is definitely not the same composed, beautiful, foreboding space. The foreboding is still there, but it is obviously the end of something drastic. The beautifully terrifying red visage of Tamir is there. The robe is gone, and he is in nothing but black leather trousers with calf-high boots and a black shirt, peasant shirt that is open nearly to his navel, and his very defined musculature is showing through. And for those of you who are on that side of the rainbow spectrum, he is striking in his visage and nearly overpowering. And he sits down and he just kind of does this number. He just kind of gently tweaks his fingers, and 3 chairs come from the walls and get right behind you and kind of force the 3 of you to sit down.
Sark would bow deeply, hearing it coming and expecting, but he would bow very deeply to him as it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, sit centerfold this time instead of by the door, standing by the door where he was last.
He then makes a circle with his finger, and 3 cups or three chalices appear, and then snaps, and they fill from the bottom up with a deep red vintage of wine. He lifts his glass and says, "Welcome back, my friends." And he takes a very long, deep draw of the wine and sets it down. What can I do for you?
I'm just returning in hopes you have information on the book I left you with. He stepped outside of this realm for a period, so it's been longer than I anticipated.
That happens. I wouldn't worry too much about it. He lifts his finger and he points, and you watch as your tome flies from a bookshelf and lays in front of you. Flies open. Does Sark have a flower in that book that he's most attached to?
Yes, I would say he would have something between an orchid and a snapdragon in it. He doesn't know why, but he's drawn to it. In his more melancholic moments, he thinks it represents the lover that he left behind, if he had one.
Interesting.
So as the book lays down in front of you, it opens to that page. And he says, "You're not one to actively use the weave, are you?"
No, but I seem to harmonize with its vibrations when they're strong enough.
You watch as Tamir gets up, walks around behind you, and places his hands on your shoulder. Are you going to fight him at any point with this, Sark?
He would tense but not fight him.
Okay, perfect. You feel an energy flow through you. He takes his right hand off your shoulder and above the book begins to just kind of create these almost like what look you see now in front of you, these whirlwinds of flower petals and of energy that flow and flow and flow until it becomes a vortex, until you look down at it and now you recognize moving images within this vortex. Sid and Patrice, you're not actually seeing anything. All you're seeing are the movements. You're not seeing this. You see images of multiple Warforged running in this gleaming white city. You recognize it in that it is spaces that you have seen in your visions as you have explored some of these ancient spaces that you and your compatriots have looked at over the last couple of months. Centuries, millennia old. You hear and feel Tamir's voice and breath on the right side of your face as he whispers into your ear. Something about your essence has imparted on this book. And then he pulls away, and as his hand flies off and his hands leave your shoulders, the vision ends. All three of you make a perception check, please.
Patrice got a 14.
Okay.
Drink. Motherfucking drink. Nat 20.
Yeah!
I was like, is it the kind I'm gonna regret?
For a total of 28.
Shark got a 17.
Okay. Sid, how is it that you experience which of the five senses do you experience magic through?
Jesus.
Touch, taste, scent, hearing, or taste?
Probably touch as well.
Okay, touch. So all three of you feel this overpressure of breeze push you into your chair. You feel, Sid. Oh man, now I gotta remember Schools of Magic. I lost it for a minute. As the three of you sit there, you're overcome with the physical press of yourself back into the chair. It feels way more than it should be. Believe it is
Evocation, transmutation.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one does what though.
Yeah.
Divination.
So this would be divination magic.
Yep.
So what you are feeling is that kind of that tingle in your belly, that kind of like sixth sense that everyone has. That's what you are feeling.
So
Sid.
good. Yes.
Tamir goes back down to his seat. He reaches down and grabs a bottle, and he looks at it, wipes away the dust off the label, shakes his head, and as he pours, his wine goblet gets bigger and bigger until the entirety of the bottle is emptied into it. He picks it up and drinks about a good 3/4 of this massive goblet of wine. And as he drinks, the goblet shrinks to match the size that is needed. And he leans forward, elbows on the table, and he looks at you, Sark, with an intensity that not only rivals the manager, it supersedes it. It's the most intense stare that you have ever encountered, which says something considering that the 9 fucking eyes of the manager is not looking at you. How old are you?
Before or after I crawled out of the sarcophagus?
Total.
I don't know.
You watch as Tamir begins to cast some somatic elements, and you watch and listen as he whispers. You see light begin to glow out of the crystal ball that is in the center of the table. As his voice begins to rise, it abruptly stops. And then an image projects above all 3 of your heads. The 3 of you look up and you see a sparkling white urban space with almost a de-evolved Eladrin above you, walking right next to Warforged, conversing, seeming in cordial environments. Sid and Patrice, can I get you to make a perception check, please?
16.
Okay.
Holy shit! Another nat 20.
Oh my God.
For a total of 28.
We're running out booze, guys.
What the hell?
Out.
Yeah.
That was a bounce. That was crazy.
Drink, motherfucker, drink. Kelly, I hope you're drinking too.
Hopefully you can drive home, Kelly. Good luck.
Doesn't matter. I don't need the total. I don't need the total, Sid.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Well,
As
Kelly.
the both of you look up, you see Sark walking down a hallway. And that's where we're going to leave off for this week.
Woo!
We'll pick up next week with the remainder of Tamir's next visit.
Love it.
As some of you may notice that we are a little bit shorter than normal. We've been doing 3 hours. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. We've got stuff coming up, so we are going to accommodate people. So we're going to be a little bit shorter as we go, but please be patient with us. You're still going to get the same kick-ass story as always. So thank you so much, as always, for joining us on this adventure of cooperative storytelling. If you would like to join us in a more interactive way, please click the links below. Point. We love all of you. We hope you guys are enjoying this story as much as we are. And until next time, y'all.
Drink well.
Drink well.